From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Evening Update.
Dennis's Heating and Air Conditioning is Northern California's premier heating and air conditioning contractor. From residential housing, large commercial projects, installation to repair, sheet metal fabrication, and everything in between, we are your go-to heating and air conditioning specialist.
Good evening, everyone. Well, the storm system that's been impacting us is a bit of a slow mover. It's going to take its time getting through. It will continue to move through tonight, and it should eventually be out of here by sometime tomorrow. Let's take a look at our weather headlines. We've got rain and snow. It's going to continue through the night. Now, it's not going to be widespread, ongoing rain and snow, just kind of those scattered showers and scattered snow showers in the higher elevations. Mainly mountain snow as we go into tomorrow morning, but by midday, most of it's gone. Now, there may be a lingering shower for parts of the valley even tomorrow morning, but for the most part, it's going to be drying the valley through a good portion of the day. Clearing by tomorrow afternoon, and I do expect a drier pattern next week, but that doesn't mean it will be completely dry because there will be chances for some light showers kind of sprinkled in there through next week. All right, let's get you through Krueger's Quickcast here for your Thursday, February 13th. Just a quick look at your forecast here for tonight and into tomorrow. You see those temperatures not nearly as cold with those overcast skies and still those showers. It's going to keep those temperatures mainly in the low to mid 40s for the valley. Looks like in the 20s and 30s for the high, mainly 30s really for many of the higher elevations, and looks like also for the coast, you're looking at those temperatures probably somewhere in the low 40s. So out the door tomorrow morning, as I mentioned, there may be a shower or two for parts of the valley here, but overall, most of the activity tomorrow morning will be on the in the higher elevations, and even the coast may see a light shower as well. So let's take a look at the winter weather advisories, or should we say winter storm warnings, right? Because mainly to the north and west of the valleys until tomorrow morning, right? That's when it should expire. And then, of course, this one should expire 10 p.m. on Friday. But honestly, I think it'll expire before that because the snow will be long gone before 10 o'clock tomorrow night, even in the eastern mountains. There's also a flood watch for the areas in green with the rain that we've seen and the rain that we will continue to see over the next 12, 24 hours. It'll continue to bring us, of course, the potential for some flooding in some areas here. Also, winds, right? We're going to be looking at a wind advisory through tomorrow morning. Gusty winds, certainly as it will be the case here going into this evening, but they should start to subside here for tonight and into tomorrow. Now, show you what I'm talking about. There you can see the gusty winds that we're seeing here in the valley. Now, by the time we get to tomorrow morning, the winds are certainly much calmer. A little bit on the breezy side off to the east and even to the west, but overall, the wind's much calmer by the time we do get into Friday night. And then, of course, that'll be the case on Saturday as well. We also have a high surf advisory until 2 o'clock Friday afternoon with large breaking waves between 20 and 22 feet. So this is the storm system that's been impacting us. So you can see the center of the low is right here. It's moving in. But you can see this disturbance right here. This is what's going to be swinging through tonight and into tomorrow. And as it does that, it's going to allow those snow levels to probably drop here for tonight as well. And what we're really looking at here is this afternoon and evening, we've seen those snow levels on average around 4,000 feet, give or take. And what we're going to see happen as we go into tonight, and especially for tomorrow morning, you see how we're seeing a lot more blue on the map here. This is going to allow our snow levels to drop a bit. So some of the lower mountain communities, once again, may start off with a little bit of snow or a snow mix. Places like Hayfork, Weaverville, maybe a bit of a mix. Mount Shasta City, maybe some snow. Bernie, maybe a mix or just some snow. But again, we're seeing that better chance for snow tomorrow morning. That may create some delays as far as travel is concerned and chain requirements. By midday, it's pretty much gone. And then, of course, by the afternoon and tomorrow night, it'll be completely gone. And then, of course, we're going to be dry through the day on Saturday as well. All right, so temperatures for your Friday. Upper 50s. It's beginning to warm up a little bit, especially in the valley and mainly in the 30s and 40s along for the higher elevations and along the coast. Those temperatures should be somewhere in the low 50s. All right, so let's take a look at your 7-day outlook. A little bit of love here with Valentine's Day right there. You can see that's what we have for tomorrow. As I mentioned, there may be a stray shower early in the morning for the morning hours here for the valley, but otherwise mainly dry Saturday. And then really any showers we see, you can see that for Sunday, President's Day, and even Wednesday, is going to be few and far between, and will most likely be on the light side as well. For the coast, inland, and for Trinity County, again, same situation. Now, I think there is going to be that chance especially for Weaverville, to maybe see that morning mix, kind of a rain-snow mix, but by midday, it'll mostly be gone. Taking a look at Siskiyou County, Modoc County, and the Eastern Mountains, also that morning snow by midday, most of it's gone, although places like Susanville, it might even linger on into the afternoon hours as well. And then, of course, those off and on chances here as we take you through next week. And before we get into the deeper dive forecast, I just want to remind you that there's a streaming 24-hour channel on Weather NorCal, and it's really awesome. All right, so if you want to check out that 24-hour streaming channel, all you got to do is go to Roku or Amazon Fire Stick and download the app for free. Or if you have a smart TV with YouTube, just go to the YouTube channel. You can watch the 24-hour streaming channel there, or on the YouTube app, you can watch any of the weather forecast on demand. Latest forecast, like the one you're watching now, you can watch it right there on your TV. So it's also available on weathernorcal.com and also the free Weather NorCal app. So yeah, just check it out. It's a really neat resource. All right, so there you can see again, there's the area of low pressure, another spinning area of low pressure behind it that'll be moving through later tonight and into tomorrow. So this will push through. Colder air gets pushed in behind it. That's what's going to lower the snow levels for tomorrow morning and midday. And then we get that break as we go into Saturday. This is the system that'll come in on Sunday, but it'll break apart before it gets here, but just a few light showers, snow flurries in the higher elevations. And then we go into Monday, maybe a chance for a shower or two. Tuesday of next week, looking dry. This will probably pass through on Wednesday, giving us another chance for some light showers, and then dry again for Thursday. So you get the idea. We're just looking at off and on chances for showers. We'll call it unsettled through next week with that mixture of sun, some clouds, and even a chance for a few showers. All right, let's walk you through the timing of the storm system as it passes through tonight and tomorrow. So again, we're not looking at widespread rain and snow. Now, snow levels on average 3,500 to 4,500 feet this evening. You see that bit of a spin. That's that rotation around the area of low pressure. That's what's coming in and filtering into Northern California here at 10 o'clock here for tonight. Scattered showers, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm, and snow flurries around 3,500 to 4,500 feet. Again, as we start to see the snow fill in a little bit more and lower those snow levels, this is when we start seeing the potential for more chain requirements, maybe on I-5 north around the Mount Shasta City area. Also, you can see maybe on Highway 299 west, Highway 36 west, and of course east of I-5. So those are things you need to take into account if you have to travel in the mountains tomorrow morning. There may be more chain requirements. Probably not as bad as it was this morning, but still there is that potential. All right, we go into 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Still some snow flurries out there. As I mentioned, I mean, there may be a stray shower for some of us in the valley through the morning hours, but otherwise it's dry by midday, especially for the valley. Eastern mountains, maybe a chance for continued snow flurry, but everywhere else, looking at those dry conditions, and it continue to dry out and even clear out for your Friday afternoon. Let's take you through Saturday. Now, Saturday, there's a weak system that's going to clip our north. It may bring a little bit of light snow flurry activity out towards northern Siskiyou County. But otherwise, it'll be a dry day for your Saturday. And you can see the next approaching storm system. Remember that cold front I was talking about? That will be approaching and will be here by Saturday night into Sunday. Yeah, giving us maybe another chance for some showers. There again is that boundary, and that'll be pushing through Saturday night and through the day on Sunday. Nothing heavy, just some of those light showers. So again, we do have the winter storm warning to the north and west of the valley until tomorrow morning and until tomorrow night to the eastern mountains. Again, as I mentioned though, I think it'll probably expire before then. Now, again, you have to go up pretty high in elevation. You see all these pinks? That's over a foot of snow, but that's above 6,000 feet. So the lower mountain communities really won't see much more snow on top of what we've already seen at this point. And of course, we go through Saturday, we're not going to see any more snow because it'll be a dry day. Now, as far as rain is concerned here, on top of what we've already seen, which really is close to an inch in many cases here, we may see a little bit more here for tonight and to tomorrow. Keep in mind, it's not widespread rain, it's scattered showers. So it'll rain a little bit, then it will stop, then rain a little bit. That's why we really won't see a lot more rainfall on top of what we've already seen. But where we'll see most of it looks like to be along the coast here. All right, so we still have a flood watch until tomorrow night for the areas in green here. So these are things we need to take into account. You know, the thing is, there's a delayed reaction when you have rain when it comes to flooding. The flooding usually comes after the heavier rainfall because it takes time for all that water to drain drain into the creeks and streams and rivers, and then of course things begin to kind of elevate as far as flooding is concerned afterwards. So when we look at the Sacramento River at Tehama Bridge, it's already above the flood stage, and we'll get even more so by the time we get into tomorrow morning, but then we'll start to drop again and eventually below that flood stage. Now, what we're looking at here is the Vina-Woodson Bridge. It's below the flood stage, but with the recent rains, it's going to go back up, most likely above the flood stage, and then dropping again below the flood stage after that. For the Sacramento River at Ord Ferry, see how it's just barely below that flood stage and then just barely goes above it and then back down again. So yes, flooding is still going to be a bit of a concern along the Sacramento River. Still some low-lying areas, creeks and streams. These are all things you need to pay attention to here over the next 12 to 18 hours or so. We have a wind advisory until tomorrow morning for the Sacramento Valley. And really, when we look at the winds here, the overall pattern is that they're dying down here this evening. So most likely this wind advisory will be allowed to expire before tomorrow morning. But here we take into about 6 a.m. Friday. Yeah, the winds are coming in from the south at about 10 to 15 miles per hour, but nothing all that major. And, a little bit stronger along the coast and some gusty winds off to the east. That's tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, the winds die down even more, and taking you into your Saturday, looks like fairly calm winds, but with the approaching system that'll kind of come in on Saturday night and Sunday morning, we may see those winds begin to ramp up again, especially along the coast around Saturday night. All right, let's take a look at those wave heights, because you can see they're not going to really drop a whole lot for Friday morning. Friday afternoon, a little bit, and then going into your Saturday, they drop, but then you can see here with the approaching system coming Saturday night into Sunday, they'll probably start to rise again. So as a result, the National Weather Service has issued a high surf advisory until 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We've got those large breaking waves of about 20 to 22 feet here along the coast. So just be careful if you're going to be on the coast here over the next 12 hours or so. All right, there you can see for the valley for tonight, we're dropping down only in the low to mid 40s, so not as cold as it has been. I mean, even for the mountains, yes, it's getting colder, but we're looking at upper 20s and low 30s, so that's why we do have that potential to see more snow for some of those lower mountain communities later tonight, especially as that colder air really does begin to kind of filter in here for tonight and tomorrow morning. All right, so let's take a look at our forecast here, and we're going to take a look at each neighborhood. And we're going to start off here with Trinity County, where those temperatures are going to be in the mid 40s. We're going to see that break on Saturday. There's that morning mix, rain and snow mix here, but by midday it's all pretty much gone. Dry on Saturday, and then off and on chances for showers here as we go into Sunday and through next week, especially through at least Tuesday of next week, or Wednesday of next week, that is. And for the coast, also the off and on chances for showers here. There may be a morning shower here for tomorrow, but otherwise fairly dry on Saturday. But there you can see about 51 degrees for Crescent City, 46 degrees for Orleans and Willow Creek, about 47 degrees. And for Siskiyou County, you're looking at temperatures upper 30s and low 40s for your daytime highs. Off and on chances for showers over the next 7 days. 37 degrees for a high today in Canby, 39 degrees for, tomorrow in Canby, 39 for Bidwell, and 39 degrees for Eagleville. And let's take you out into the eastern mountains, and you can see those temperatures in the 30s and 40s. There's your Susanville 7-day forecast, and again, off and on chances for showers, generally looking at highs in the mid 40s, give or take. There's a look at your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Walgamith Painting. Looks like those temperatures are going to be the upper 50s to around 60 for that daytime high. We, of course, have the off and on showers here for Oroville as well. And for Chico. And yes, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Hopefully you haven't forgotten about your loved one. Sometimes you do and you get in trouble, but hopefully this will help to remind you. Tomorrow, of course, we've got the dry conditions, especially for the afternoon. There may be a stray shower tomorrow morning. And then, of course, President's Day may be a stray shower, as well as the day before that on Sunday. Let's take you up to the north, about Lakehead, about 50, 55 degrees for Bella Vista, 56 in Palo Cedro, and 57 degrees in Red Bluff. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast for Redding. Yeah, the temperature is kind of going up and down a bit. Should be a little bit warmer, though, by the time we do get into next week. 63 on Tuesday and the low to mid-60s by Wednesday and Thursday of next week. That is your evening update. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back again tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. and live on Coffee with Krueger at 7 o'clock in the morning. We'll see you then. Have a great night.
Barr & Mudford is a top established firm here in the North State. Founded over a half-century ago, Barr & Mudford is protecting the rights of our neighbors and community. We take our commitment to our clients very seriously and provide a level of excellence unrivaled in the North State. Bar and Mudford, standing up for the rights of our neighbors and our beautiful community, serving Northern California with excellence.